Oh, hello. This is Sully for Any Social News, and this is the Body Count Report for Thursday, January the 11th, 2017. And due to all the very fancy, special technical difficulties that I've been having, I'm going to be doing a very simple video for you today. As you can see, we are now fully endorsed by Supreme President Big Man Tyrone, which is why he is in the corner of the thumbnail today, telling people to subscribe to Any Social News. That is him wearing the wonderful shirt that you also could wear if you become a patron. Links, as always, are in the description. Now to move on to the body count report. This story was the first one to pop up on Vanguard Nigeria, and I loved it because it made me feel like I, as the humble global information czar of Kekistan, title pending, I felt like I made a difference, even though I know I didn't. It's just very ironic when it's the exact thing that I just talked about in the previous episode. Insinuations, allegations that attacks, killings are because Buhari is Fulaniman, unkind and incorrect, says the federal government. So I had talked in my last episode about how tribal sectarianism is a huge issue in Nigeria, and that is being confronted here in this story by directly by the federal government of Nigeria. So I'm glad they are taking action. I hope they are actually taking action, not just taking rhetorical action, which is something that we see in politics all over the world, where they'll say, that's really wrong what you're doing, that's partisan, and they don't really do anything about it. So let's hope that they actually do take the Fulani crimes seriously and prove that it isn't valid to claim tribalism by the federal government. Oh, right. Powerful. This is a story I missed. Happened a couple days ago. Powerful blast kills 7, injures 23 near Pakistan's Balochistan assembly. Times of India reporting. Scary situation there. Here we have PDP mourns as Benue victims. These are two stories here from Vanguard Nigeria regarding the Benue victims, with a more conclusive body count of apparently 73. PDP mourns as Benue buries victims of herdsmen attack. And then Benue receives 37 corpses in return despite massive support. APC Bishop Avenya. So it's actually higher than 73. Link in the description. I covered the Benue terror attacks, but it wasn't considered a terror attack last week. And I apologize. Let's go ahead and make this shut up. So this will stop, huh? There you go. I choked it out. It'll be quiet now. We have 2 Palestinian youth killed in clashes with IDF. Ynet News reporting. Now, these are very scary situations for the IDF. Of course, the news is often reported as merely these were just youth killed, but these were actually young men who will come at the Israeli Defense Force bearing either knives or large rocks. And even though guns are deadlier than knives and large rocks still can kill you, so they still are deadly weapons. It's a horrible situation when a young person is killed, but also it's a very deliberate act of essentially suicide by police, and it is done specifically in the purpose of shifting political ideology against Israel. So check that story out. Ynet News reporting. Once again, always I get so fascinated with the comment section on Ynet News, even more than the story. Pakistan is mum over action to be taken against Hafiz Saeed. Times of India reporting. Hafiz Saeed was the mastermind behind the Mumbai terror attacks, and they were trying to let him out due to push by the hard right Muslim majority of Pakistan. They wanted to have that guy back on the streets, which is disgusting. So Pakistan is starting to look like a real country, and they're saying that they are going to take care of their international responsibility, which is wonderful. And then we have Iran says it might reconsider cooperation with the UN nuclear watchdog. Internal and external pressures may have been a factor. Beautiful documentary, beautifully made, beautifully edited documentary on the Marawi situation. I included it in the link list yesterday, but I didn't specifically state it, so I'm putting in this one as well. Then we have just a crime story out of Mindanao, out of Zamboanga. Father shot by men looking for his sons. Very scary situation there. Once again, wonderful reporting, Manila Times. Horrible, tragic situation. Baltimore leaders decided to cut back on policing and prosecutions before homicide surge. Baltimore Sun reporting a kind of a well-duh story if you have knowledge of the situation and are a passive observer. But it is still a situation nonetheless, and that is the Body Count Report for today, Thursday, January the 11th, 2018. And I really hope that you will tune in for future Body Count Report videos. This is Sully, hoping that you will consider becoming a patron so that I can continue to make these videos and spend more time on them, find more interesting stories from around the world, find new sources, invest more in advertising and collaboration, and even help my friends who are my collaborators and correspondents from around the world conduct more stories. So please consider becoming a patron. Thank you so much. Bye.